Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the times the super rich proved they have no idea what life is like for the rest of us.
I said, is there a progressive war on the 1% that could be like the crystal knot?
Number 10, a small loan of $1 million. Imagine telling people you've had it rough in life, then explaining how your dad only gave you a measly $1 million to start your real estate ventures.
I mean, my whole life really has been a no, and I fought through it.
That's what Donald Trump did during a town hall on the campaign trail in 2015. It's hard to say which part of this anecdote is more absurd. The fact that he thinks $1 million loan is small, or the fact that he's using this as an example of his life not being easy.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million. I came into Manhattan, and I had to pay him back.
The man grew up in a 23-room mansion and got an allowance of $20,000 a year. That's over $250,000 in today's money. Adjusting for inflation, Trump was a millionaire by age 8, which makes you wonder why he needed a loan at all.
$1 million isn't very much compared to what I built. Right. I mean, I built one of the great companies.
Number 9, Kardashians made fun of Kylie for being a billionaire. In 2019, Forbes magazine declared Kylie Jenner the world's youngest self-made billionaire.
Starting a company on my own and it being so big from the beginning, there's not a lot of room for mistakes.
At the time, people took issue with the phrase self-made since, like Trump, she came from a very rich family. Just a year later, Forbes revealed that Jenner actually wasn't a billionaire either. Instead, she went to great lengths to inflate her net worth, possibly even forging tax returns to fool the magazine.
This sale has laid bare one of the Jenner family's biggest secrets, which is Kylie Cosmetics is not nearly as big of a business or as successful of a business as they spent years leading the entire world, including Forbes, to believe.
But before that story broke, Kylie and Kris Jenner appeared on The Ellen Show in late 2019 to celebrate her billionaire status. During the conversation, they shared that Kylie's sisters tease her about her wealth, joking that she should fund their vacations.
They just joke with me, just sister
they
love, but they're all really proud of me, for sure.
Gee, Kylie, that sounds really rough. Number 8, stop buying avocado toast and save for a house. It's been repeated so many times it's practically become a meme. Millennials can't afford houses because they buy too much avocado toast and expensive coffee.
Tim says expensive city housing isn't anything new, and that his generation needs to stop whinging and start saving.
Luxury real estate developer Tim Gurner wasn't the first one to say it, but he might have been the first one to go viral. During an interview on 60 Minutes Australia in 2017, he scolded people for buying smashed avocado every day and bragged about working hard to grow his business.
When I was trying to buy my first home, I wasn't buying smashed avocados for $19 and 4 coffees at $4.
Of course, like pretty much every billionaire, Gurner was born on third base. He got a $34,000 loan from his grandpa to jumpstart his career. According to his math, that's 3 whole years worth of avocado toast and $4 lattes.
You have to start to get realistic about your expectations.
Number 7, Kim Kardashian tells women to work harder.
It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
This time, it wasn't a boomer lamenting about young people being lazy. It was Kim K. During an interview with Variety in 2022, she shared her personal number 1 tip for women trying to succeed in business. Just work harder. Unlike her sister Kylie, Kim actually is a billionaire, and she grew up with wealth and privilege.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work.
Apparently, no one ever told her that it's literally impossible for many people to work harder than they already are. Millions of adults need 2 or 3 jobs just to survive, or they're working a full-time career while raising kids and juggling other responsibilities. Women don't need to work harder. They need a rich dad and a long vacation.
If you put in the work, you will see results. It's that simple.
Number 6, Rishi Sunak volunteers at a soup kitchen. A couple of years before Trump served fries at McDonald's, then British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak did a similar PR stunt at a soup kitchen.
Morning. I'm alright, how are you?
As a wealthy investment banker and former hedge fund manager who married a billionaire heiress, it's safe to say Sunak had probably never set foot in a soup kitchen before. Of course, the cameras were there to capture everything as he dished out sausages and eggs for the patrons.
Couple of eggs? Yeah. Fantastic.
As one young man makes his way through the line, Sunak, seemingly out of nowhere, asks him if he works in business. The man's reply is pure gold.
Do you work in a business? Do you want some fruit?
No, I'm homeless. I'm actually a homeless person.
Does Sunak not know why people come to soup kitchens? Number 5, Michael Bloomberg doesn't understand farming. The former mayor of New York has worked in finance since he was 24 years old. He's probably never gotten his hands dirty in his life.
You have a little bit of cash in the bank, and I assume that you'd be hit pretty hard by her billionaire tax, you being, billionaire now.
I'll have to go and check my account and see if it's still there.
So it's no surprise that he doesn't understand how farmers do their jobs. But he seems to think that means those jobs are extremely simple. While speaking at Oxford University in 2016, Bloomberg explained why he didn't think many farmers would be able to transition to tech jobs. They're just not smart enough, you see.
The skill sets that you have to learn are how to think and analyze. And that is a whole degree level different.
Of course, anyone who's even had a backyard garden knows there's a lot more to growing crops than that. And that's not even considering the planning, budgeting, sales, and everything else involved in farming for a living.
It may seem to those who actually make a living with through farming that he has no clue what he's talking about.
Number 4, Jeff Bezos thanks his employees for sending him the space. Imagine working for Amazon, earning $15 an hour, and rarely getting a bathroom break during your grueling 10-hour shift.
You have security cameras right behind you at all times that are looking at you 24/7, and if you don't meet standards or the rates, you're out the door, you're just disposable.
You're struggling to pay the rent while your billionaire boss is going to space just for fun. When he gets back to Earth after a 10-minute flight that cost $5.5 billion, he has the nerve to thank you and your coworkers for paying for it.
I want to thank every Amazon employee and every Amazon customer, because you guys paid for all of this.
Bezos is right, of course. That's how capitalism works, after all. Workers perform the labor and owners collect the profits. Money flows upward. Those at the bottom continue to struggle while those at the top build spaceships and submarines as hobbies. But you're not supposed to say that part out loud, Jeff.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Number 3. Bill Gates doesn't know what groceries cost. Most people probably don't enjoy grocery shopping that much, and if we could afford to have someone else do it for us, many of us would.
When's the last time that you have been at a supermarket?
Long time ago.
Okay.
And of course, when a person has more money than he could possibly spend in a lifetime, he doesn't have to worry about household budgeting.
The audience didn't like that.
So no one in Ellen's audience was surprised that Bill Gates didn't know how much groceries cost. It's kind of hilarious how far off he was on most of the items. The clip is more than 7 years old at this point, but a large bag of pizza rolls is still nowhere near $22.
Go with 22. No, 15.
Lower.
8.
All right, let's try it. $8. $8.98.
Number 2, earning $400,000 a year is embarrassing. Grant Cardone is a real estate investor, a financial influencer, and motivational speaker.
If you don't have your money right, if you're not thinking about money correctly, guess what? You're never going to make a sale.
He has an extremely active YouTube channel where he mostly posts videos of himself yelling at people about money. In 2023, he uploaded a short in which he tells an audience that they can't live on $400,000 a year, and that if he was making that amount, he'd be embarrassed.
If I made $400,000 a year, I would be embarrassed with myself as a husband, a father, basically as a human being.
We don't know who he's talking to in the clip, but it's a safe bet that the majority of his YouTube audience makes nowhere near that amount. In fact, since the average American salary is under $70,000, most people would probably be thrilled to make that kind of money.
This dude needs to think different. He's running out of time, man.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, comparing the rich to Jews in World War II. Tom Perkins was a venture capitalist, and in 2014 he wrote a letter to the Wall Street Journal comparing the 1% to one of the most persecuted groups in human history.
That the police just stood by frozen. And I thought, well, this is how Kristallnacht began. So that word was in my mind.
This wasn't an offhand remark taken out of context. Perkins was explicit, complaining about the Occupy Wall Street movement and how his local newspaper demonized the rich. Perkins said there were parallels between Nazi Germany's treatment of Jews and America's war on the wealthy.
My point was that when you start to use hatred against a minority, it can get out of control. I think that was my thought.
The piece's headline was "Progressive Kristallnacht Coming?" Kristallnacht took place in November 1938 when Nazis destroyed thousands of Jewish homes, businesses, schools, and synagogues, and sent 30,000 Jewish men to concentration camps. The comparison is beyond out of touch. It's frankly just gross.
I think we are beginning to engage in class warfare. I think the rich as a class are threatened through higher taxes, higher regulation, and so forth.
Which of these billionaires made you roll your eyes the hardest? Let us know in the comments.